When you open a new game and immediately push every slider to Ultra, you're committing your entire GPU budget before seeing if those specific features actually improve your experience. PC gaming is a constant tug-of-war between visual fidelity, how the game looks, and fluidity, which covers your frame rate and input latency. To manage this, you have to treat your GPU's power as a finite budget. Every setting has a price, and spending it on invisible details means you have less to spend on the features that actually matter. We can find the right balance by plotting these features on a matrix, measuring visual impact against performance cost. Our goal is to identify top left features that give the most for our money, while avoiding bottom right settings that cost the most for the least return. Tweaking your settings based on their real-world impact allows you to maintain high-end graphics while avoiding the performance bottlenecks that often come with unoptimized presets. Ray tracing is a perfect example of a high-cost feature. It simulates the physical path of light to create accurate shadows and reflections in real time. In a rain-soaked, neon-lit city, this looks incredible. Puddles reflect light sources accurately, and shadows react to the environment just like the real world. But calculating those light physics requires massive GPU power and VRAM. For most users, turning this on results in a significant drop in frames per second. It's also situational. If you're playing in an open, grassy field with no reflective surfaces, the visual difference is often too small to justify the performance hit. Then there's path tracing, which calculates lighting for the entire scene. It can look nearly indistinguishable from reality, but the performance cost is even higher than standard ray tracing. On our chart, ray and path tracing land in the high-impact, high-cost quadrant. They look great, but they demand the biggest share of your hardware budget. Now look at texture quality. This is the difference between high and ultra on a piece of woven fabric. Setting this to ultra uses a lot of extra VRAM, but when you're actually moving through a game world, the difference between high and ultra is nearly impossible to see. This makes ultra textures a prime example of diminishing returns, high cost for almost no visible gain. Chasing hyper-realism through these maximum settings often drains your budget on details that don't actually improve the experience of playing the game. To get some of that performance back, many players use AI upscaling like DLSS or FSR. This renders the game at a lower resolution, like 1080p, then uses AI to upscale it to fit a 4K screen. When the image is stretched, the AI fills in the missing data by guessing what colors should be there based on the surrounding pixels. Because the GPU is doing less work at a lower resolution, you see a significant boost in your frame rate. However, it isn't perfect. Depending on your hardware and drivers, AI reconstruction can cause blurriness or ghosting. It's a high-impact feature, but it comes with a visual trade-off. Then there's frame generation. Instead of upscaling pixels, this tech creates entirely new artificial frames and inserts them between the real ones. Your system renders frame 1 and frame 2, then uses AI to predict what happened in between to create a third artificial frame. This makes motion look much smoother and makes your FPS counter look a lot higher than it actually is. The trade-off here is latency. Because the system has to process those extra frames, there's a delay between you moving your mouse and seeing it happen on screen. This makes frame generation a poor choice for fast-paced competitive games, where success depends on your reaction time. In the end, these features aren't a free upgrade. You are trading responsiveness for visual smoothness. If your GPU and monitor aren't perfectly in sync, the image will tear. Standard FreeSync fixes this, but adds significant input lag. Modern solutions like G-Sync and FreeSync allow the monitor to change its refresh rate to match the GPU. This eliminates tearing without the lag. Because this solves a major visual issue without costing performance, Display Sync is a top-tier, high ROI feature. We also have NVENC, a dedicated chip on NVIDIA cards that handles video encoding for streaming or recording. This completely keeps the heavy encoding workload off your CPU and prevents your game's frame rate from dropping while you record. These hardware-level features often provide the best return on investment because they stabilize your experience without eating into your rendering budget. There is no single best setting for every game. The right configuration depends on what you're playing and what your hardware can handle. To make it simple, we can break the recommendations down into 3 player profiles. For the competitive gamer, latency is everything. Turn off ray tracing and frame generation, Keep textures on high and use display sync for a clean, responsive image. For the cinematic gamer, immersion comes first. In single-player games, turn on ray tracing and frame generation to get the most beautiful visuals possible, even if it adds a bit of lag. And for the efficiency optimizer, the goal is the sweet spot. Use high textures, rely on AI upscaling to hit your resolution, and use dynamic resolution to keep your frame rate stable during intense action. Don't let marketing checklists decide your settings. Maxing out every slider usually benefits a benchmark graph more than it benefits you as a player. True optimization is about spending your GPU budget where it actually matters, ensuring you get the best experience out of both your game and your hardware.